What's up, people? Today's gonna be a very, very special, serious show. And I'm the host today. We're gonna flip the script to start season 2 of Real Men, Real Talk. But today, our very own Josh McGlawn, the man that got all this started, he in the hot seat. It's gonna be a hot seat discussion. Just putting it all out there because as men, we don't do this. So I want to start the show off with well, first of all, I am steadfast, if you didn't know. But very serious, touchy show. This weekend I was encountered with the N-word. And all I did was try to back up my fellow brother. And the whole team was there. They left and he said, why you even here, N-word? And walked off. And what we do as men, bro, we put so much stuff down that we put in our head. Oh, white people can say that and we'll be all right because we strong. So I got up to bat and all these evil thoughts started coming to my mind. I got back control. So I can hit this picture if I want to. But instead, someone's telling me, this guy that he was like, man, we know you look like how you look, but don't mess up your character for his actions. And I was like, now this is another white man telling me they're seeing the best in me. And this man just called me the N-word for taking up for his people. And this today is more of, it's a colorism versus racism. Not verse, but this is a colorism versus racism, because this is going to open up my first question. So, after I go up to bat, I had this evil thought. I'm like, okay, I got the right to hit him. For all my people. That's what I was thinking. Men think we gotta snap back. But I said, no, y'all don't worry about it. It's gonna be okay. And they're like, you better than me. You this and that. And I got to thinking. They right. Influence is a booger bear when you on the surface and you don't really know that you hurt. And so when I get there, when I go up to the plate, I'm on top of the surface. But as I step in the plate and I look at him, I hear what he just said to me. My second encounter, but my first real encounter with this, and they're not from here. And I guess they're used to this. And this man says, he gets up there and I hit the ball. First pitch, I normally I wait the first one. But I was so furious and mad, because that's what men do. We just ball it up and don't say nothing. So I hit the ball. And I hit it like 350. I'm going somewhere with this. I hadn't hit no home run in 2 days. 2 days. And that's what I do, because I've been working on my base hits and stuff. And in life, when you base hit, sometimes you got to just hit it in the gap so you can get to the next base instead of trying to get home all the time. But this time, I had to get my home run back. And so when I hit it, dude, I felt so much anger. And I felt so much pain that I didn't even really know was there until my mother and my grandmother were trying to explain to me that this is not right. You know you're a black man in this world and they shouldn't do that to you. And I was like, they shouldn't, but it's okay. I'm good. It's just the N-word. We say it all the time. Why can't they? And I was driving the truck today. This white lady pulled me, stopped me, and she was like, I really appreciate everything you do. And that man played back in my mind, like, because I almost opened the door for hate for all white people again. Because of his actions. And his actions, other people's actions can intimidate you, to influence you, to open the door to have hidden hurts get even cut more deeper than it was before because we don't deal with it. And then today I'm at the park. I take my son to the park. And the first thing he plays with is another race. And they having fun. And I gotta take back the thoughts that I had because of this one man's upbringing. And so after I hit the ball, I go back and I hit it and I say, yeah, now I'm that in. Now I'm that in, but I'm thinking I'm getting off. But I'm hurt. Now how many people are really hurt, but they do something instead to deal with the pain, to ice it down so you can eat the cake and not even think about the ingredients that was put in it? Which is gonna lead me to my question. So I bust up the end where I'm like, yeah, I'm this, I'm that. And the whole time, I let him have power. I let him bring all those years back that people can do us any type of way, and we react and we retaliate. I did it. I just did it in a better way, but he still got under my skin. And you know what really got me? I went to the dugout, and I had to be real talk, real man. I know it's me, but it's going different. This man that don't look like he would even like me. You know what he asked me? Are you okay? And in the dugout, I'm sitting there like, bro, I'm not about to cry. Which leads me to my first question. Are you okay? Physically, mentally, and spiritually. If you had to answer those, I need you to answer those 1 through 10. I need you to rate them, and I need you to elaborate on your rates. I know I wasn't supposed to go this deep this early, but
scale on 1 to 10. Am I okay?
Yes.
Mentally, physically, and spiritually.
In whatever order you would like to answer.
Mentally, I'm good. Probably about an 8 or a 9.
Okay.
8 or a 9. Probably about a week ago, probably was a 1.
That's borderline.
I mean, it was bad. Mm-hmm. It was bad. I went for about 2 weeks. I felt like I wasn't here. Mm-hmm. I feel like I wasn't here. Like my body was moving in motion. I wasn't here. And it's been a couple of times where I've been mentally low, but that was low. Like nothing happened. Nobody did anything to me. I'm not necessarily bottling up any anger or anything. It's just I let all the weight of my life overwhelm me. Like, cause it's a lot of good going on. I mean, got the show moving, business is booming. You know, my relationship, my wife is good, kids are good, everything. But I was not good. I was not good. I was telling her for about 2 weeks. I said, man, I gotta take a break. Cause I never asked for a break. I just don't. Like I take all the stuff off of her because I know, you know, she deals with stress differently than I do. Mm-hmm. But what I learned is I do bottle stuff up sometimes. I don't have any animosity or any problems that I need to deal with, but it's just stuff that I was just taking on, and I wasn't doing any hard labor. I wasn't working outside. I was in the office for 2 weeks, but I felt like I couldn't go. Like my body was tired. Like I get home probably about 1 or 2 o'clock. I feel like I couldn't do anything. I feel like I was done. I feel like I need to take a nap. And at the end of the day, I get in the bed 6, 7 o'clock. I was tired.
He did not have corona because he had several tests. Mental stress presence of life will tear your body down quicker than the actual.
That is the truth.
Actual cancer. You can kill yourself off right here.
That's right.
And if you don't take control of it,
that's right.
It can do some dangerous things. And I know how you feel because I've been there before. But you know why we there a lot? Because it's me and nobody asks.
That's right.
How we feel. Like, you good? Like, bro, sometimes I just want to hug. But I'm too big to just walk up and be like, I need a hug. I'm always the hugger. I'm always the one seeing people problems. I'm always touching and reaching, but nobody ever asked me.
You want a hug?
I'm good right now.
Okay.
I mean, I probably could use one.
I'm just saying, I give you a hug on camera. I'm a man.
Hey, look at I love it. With
I got more to lose than you because you a lot bigger than me.
Hey,
like, we're trying to be serious, but I'm being serious.
Honest, bro, it was dead serious. It was so serious. It hit me off guard because I wasn't looking for it. But man, the fact that you even asked, like, because see, I'm asking you questions. And this is not supposed to turn on me because
you know I meant it though.
I do know that.
You said I could ask.
You did, I did. And the crazy thing is,
it came up to me like twice, just like ask.
And the crazy thing is, most of the time when men have a thought, they think that somebody else gonna think something opposite, and what they should have asked, they should have.
Nah, that's too touchy feely. No, men have that's a lot of problem that we got is holding back from something because we're gonna be looked at soft or weak, and that stigma needs to be removed. Men need to learn they need to learn that it's okay to be emotional, to be spiritual. Even if you didn't get it, like I didn't get a bunch of hugs from my daddy growing up. You said you didn't get a lot of hugs growing up. But why can't we hug as men? One man to another, a brother to a brother.
That's right.
I ain't mean to hit you like that.
Man, yeah, because I was thinking at the party today with my son, like, he got to turn around and just yell, Dad. He didn't want nothing. I was just there. And it just like hit me like, I wanted that. This is not supposed to go like this. That's all right.
Long story short, on my mental status at the moment, I feel like I'm at an 8 or a 9. I mean, I'm good. I ain't gonna say 10 because I will always run for recruitment. Cause I don't feel like I'm floating on the clouds, but I feel like I'm good though. My wife let me get a weekend. She took the kids for a weekend, and I took some time. I didn't sleep that much. I ate what I wanted to, which is probably not a good idea always, but I did what I wanted to. I exercised. I prayed. I just sat and meditated in silence. I did what I wanted to. I didn't actually do much of anything, but normally if I was by myself, I'd probably be drinking and finding something. I mean, I wasn't doing that. I had probably a drink the whole weekend. When normally I drink probably once a day at least when I get home.
To catapult off that, I'll put the heat on me. I wanted to drink bad lately. I don't even know why. It's like when I really start to feel, I want to numb it. Because if I say how I feel, somebody might chop me, and then once you chop me, I'm rejected again. Then I go back into
it's a spiral.
Yeah. And I think it all started with when the little kids got hit. And I drive for a living. And I got a kid now. And I was just thinking, like, what was this man thinking? Like how, not the man thinking, like, why did that truck couldn't come later? Mm-hmm. Like, why they had to go at that moment? And ever since that moment, I've been having, like, let me say this first. The devil knows how to get your goat, guys. If you don't know what goat is, he knows what makes you do what you're not supposed to. He knows what makes you spiral. What's that spiral? Mm-hmm. He knows what makes you want to relapse. So what I had to do was play nothing but I had to get back into, like, my spirituals, like on 10 right now. Maybe 10 and a half. Because I had to lean back on what I know. And that's church. I was told church. I lived church. But I had to figure out the man on my own. Mm-hmm. So with me having to hold all that in, who could I go to just tell that to? You tell your mama all the time. You talk to your mama all the time. But when you get grown, you don't want to go to your mama all the time. You don't want to go to your grandma. Who else I got? I don't have me. And that's a I'm healed from the daddy, not having a father. But it'd be issues where when I open up to the men, I'm looking for what I didn't have to, like, you know, like role models. Mm-hmm. And like, when he asked me the question, I'm going back to my story now. What you doing here, N-word? Why you even here, N-word? The spiral went back in my head. Like, you might as well just go ahead and get you a drink, bro. Mm-hmm. Because that's how you don't feel. Mm-hmm. You don't need to feel this. Because that's going to make you feel better about yourself. It's going to make you be all right. Mm-hmm. But as I take that drink, I'm opening a door that I shut already. And once you shut a door, and you reopen it, it comes back 7 times stronger. You know that, right? Mm-hmm. And since we're here, we're talking real talk, real men, and I don't know if you drink, if you don't, but we just being real about this. The door on the store clearly tells you wine and spirits. And these things are strong. It's different, drinks do different things for different people. And that drink will take me, if I drink, that drink's going to take me back so far that I don't know if I'll make it back. And I don't know what my mental will be then. Because then, if my body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, and I drink, because I was going to drink. I didn't want no Henny, I wanted gin. It's the only thing that was making me feel, but not feel at the same time. It probably would have killed me. I have a point. You know what I did? You called. And you said, let's do a show where we just talk. And then I'm like, okay, bet I got this, man. I'm just gonna I got questions for him. And you see what's going on? It's me. But when one man can't open up in front of another man, I'm very open. But sometimes I'm not open about the stuff I struggle with down deep because I don't need nobody telling me how to do this, how to do that. Because I'm a man. That's right. I can figure this out. You see this? That means nothing. Nothing.
Who's the end now?
Who?
That's what you said when you get that home run.
Yeah, I looked at him. And all that reopened up a door.
You thought you was a man.
Who, me? I was hurt.
Everybody think they're the man. Every man feels something. Every man is a man that got a little confidence about it. They think they're the man.
Yeah, I was hurt.
Until they go through something.
Yeah, I was hurt. And then when I was putting my questions together, I was like, okay, I want to ask him this. I know you a black man. But you walking in the store and me walking in the store would be totally different.
Mm-hmm.
So my question to you would be, how is it for you as a black man in Oxford, Mississippi?
In general?
In general. Because you're going to answer the rest of the question because I didn't want to word it wrong and somebody misinterpret it.
Don't worry about that. Me as a black man in Oxford, Mississippi, it's different because, for one, I grew up here and I got generations that came before me, and that name is rooted in this community. And then I ran for public office, so a lot of people know me, and I feel like they know me from that, but they don't know really me. They don't really know me. They see me as a nice young man, black young man, whatever they see. I don't know what they think I am, but a nice black young man, he might do something with his life, but I don't feel like they really know me. I never really had serious racial issues in Oxford. Probably the only things I had growing up was like in elementary school. Elementary school, the girls would like really give me a hard time because, for one, when I first grew up, I hung out with more white people. And then I got teased for that by the black kids for hanging out with white people. So I went to hang out with the black people. And then I turned into this wannabe thug. Nothing wrong with cornrows, but I wore cornrows, had my hair braided all the time, do-rags, saggy, baggy clothes, everything you could think of. To see what it was like. I don't even think I was exploring. I think I was trying to be somebody that wasn't. I was trying to fit in somewhere. I was like, well, if they don't like me, let me go try and see if they will like me if I like them. And that went terribly. Of course, I feel like, first of all, let me back up. With the white people, I feel like I was one of them because I played soccer and played some baseball and like pretty much all white friends, with the exception of one or two black people who was among the white people. But and I still got some of those same friends today, but the black people, I don't have any of those friends anymore. I feel like once I took that side with them, I was like, this ain't greener. This is not green on the other side. Not because it's not the black people or the white people. It's because it wasn't me. Once when I got into some trouble, I'm not a troublemaker by any means, but I got into some trouble doing some, hanging with those kids. And it wasn't just because they were black, it was just because they were bad news. And those just happened to be the popular kids. Popular kids was whatever, knuckleheads at the time. And when I finally decided to not be white, not be black, to be me, I was accepted by all. By the end, it didn't matter. To me, it didn't matter. I finally got to a point where I was comfortable with who I was on both sides. Had black and white friends. Didn't really hang out with much of anybody at that time. I hung out with football teammates, football, soccer, whatever, track. Just random people, just random black and white mixture. But the moral of that is I'm not who I look like I am on the outside. I'm not I'm not this mixed up race person that don't have an identity, don't know who he is. So I can blend in with anybody and still be me. I can come out with this chain on, earrings, tattoos, and still be me. I can go in with a suit and tie. You never know that I have tattoos, and still be me. It ain't being fake.
It's just what you like.
It's just me. Everybody has different sides to them, but I never change who I am. Not for black, not for white, not for Oxford, not for anybody. I'm sorry, that's a long answer.
That's good though. Now this ain't even in my notes, but if anybody out there having a identity crisis, what would you tell them? They over there.
Gather my words first. If you're trying to please someone else besides God, of course, is first. First love God, then yourself, and then others. And if you don't have a relationship with God, that is the most important thing, obviously. We grew up in the church, and I ain't got no choice. Me ain't had no choice, and it's the greatest foundation that I could think of. The greatest foundation that I have in my life, my faith. You love yourself, love who you are, everything that's about you. Good, the bad, the ugly, own it. Own it. Don't see it as, well, this makes me a bad person or this makes me less than the other person. Own it. This is you. Don't say just because it's something that's deficient in you, that don't mean, owning it doesn't mean that you look away from it. You still try to be a better person. Own it. Don't follow others. Be a leader, not a follower. That's what I've always been. I used to try to be a follower when I really found out I was a leader.
What following got you?
Following got me in trouble. It got me in crises, like in an identity crisis. When I realized, like, why I'm following these people when I'm a leader. I'm a leader. And everybody's not the same kind of leader.
No.
But you lead by example. Leading your household, your kids. I mean, I don't know nothing about a midlife crisis, but I know something about battles within yourself. Because I've been through that. And I'm going to try to teach my son and all of my kids. My oldest daughter, beautiful black queen, princess. And she's learning how to be a black girl. I can't teach her how to be a black girl, but I can teach her how to be a person. I can teach her how to own what she got, what she has, and be a leader.
Okay.
My middle daughter looks just like me, so she gonna come with the same problems that I had, most likely. I don't care where you are, Arizona, you still gonna have problems. Being beautiful, light-skinned lady, it ain't gonna be easy. And my son, totally different story. I can teach him all I can try.
I can teach him all I can try.
I can teach him all I can try, man. He is got something great. They all got something great, but he got something different. I know. And I pray to God gracious me to lead him in that way. What was I saying? How did I get to the kids?
I forgot my question.
Identity crisis, and I was trying to teach my kids how to own their identities and all that.
Well, you was telling people. Well, I said, what would you tell them to help them if they're in an identity crisis? And so you just really told them what you were dealing with. What was one of those pressures in your head that had you down to a 1? Because we still only on mental.
Oh yeah,
we haven't went to physical or spiritual.
I was trying to find the right segue.
yeah. And you know, sometimes what I realized in life, the mental, like they say, so what a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. That mind. If you can get a hold of this right here,
it's over with.
You unstoppable. But if you ever let what's in here, when it comes up, get right here, you destructible then. So it's destruction. So you have to tame this thing right here, this thing between your eyes. The battleground is in the mind. And if we can just get a hold and get our right men at the front line to guard the hurt, the rejection, the letdowns, the misunderstandings, the stigma, the identity crisis, all that you can mellow that. And that's what we hear. Because what we do in a man's mind, when something too much, we start to build a wall. And then it started to get higher. And then it started to get higher. And then we hear. And I'm trying to look at you and really try to see what's going on. And see, I'm still at the wall. I'm finna ask my next question, but it's bringing me back to what my grandmother done told me. She said, you can sit here and tell me you okay. But inside of you, you still know, I want you to know, you look like the statistic. But your response and your actions is what develops your characteristics and your character. And I started to think about that, and my walls started to come down. And then she was like, well, you shouldn't even say what you said, though. You should have just left it. And my wall went back up. I love her, but I don't love what she was telling me. And see, when accountability comes in the fact, like we trying to tell you now, some of y'all like, man, they don't really know what they're talking about because they ain't in my shoes. Well, hey, put them on, put ours on, and put your feeling, put your problem in there, and wear them and deal with it. Because once you build a wall up, you can't get nothing in, and then you stuck. And then when you have kids, it's gonna be a generational curse that you pass down because it's in your bloodline, and you don't understand how much of a man, how much a man can contribute into his son. And I ain't even met the man but one time. And I got a bunch of his characteristics and a bunch of walls put up because he didn't deal with his dad not being there.
Just passed through blood.
Yeah. And I didn't know why he was treating me like that. I asked him, 31 years old. Like, dude, what did I do? What happened to you to make you? And then he talked to my sister. Well, what was it about me? And then, as a man, I got the nerves to reach in there and talk to him. But when I ask questions, you don't want to answer them. And then you mess up and we having a good talk.
Break.
And you mess up and say, you know, I can teach you something. It's over with. Dude, you don't know me like that to say that to me. And then, that leads to my question. Why is it that men build so many walls? To you. I just told you why I build mine. And I try to tear them down. But it'd be something that triggered me to build it right back.
I think mine, for me, building walls has got a lot to do with the trust. And words hurt me more sometimes than physical stuff. Like words are like, if I love you and I trust you, and you say a certain thing to me, it can hurt me. I will never say anything to you, but it'll hurt. I'll put another brick right there.
Or the light was starting to show.
When I felt like we was breaking through. I felt like we was getting through. And you say something that hurt my feelings.
But, hold on. What if what was told to you was out of love to tell you the truth so you could deal with it? Because I'm the friend that I'll tell you the truth even if we lose our friendship. because I love you that much and I got that much. I got the best. I have the best. I have the best interest for you. I want to see you do the best. So if I tell you something that hurts you, have you ever just thought maybe I should really just maybe they right? Maybe they really trying to help me. Then you got to go back and
I do that. I have the ability to empathize and say, okay, you know, and self-reflect. Like, is there something that they said that may be true? Maybe what they're saying is true, and I'll look back, and if I feel like it was true, because I know a lot of times I do that after I hear something that hurts me. I'll say, dang, you know, were they saying that out of anger, or were they saying that to be real? Were they saying, you know, was it true? So I look at it, and if it's true, I'll go back and I apologize. You know, I'm gonna try to work on this. I go back to that person, and if they give me positive feedback on that, I take a break back down. Wall comes back down. So, but it just depends on what it is, on how fast that wall comes up. Like, and sometimes you may say something or do something so bad it may put several bricks up at one time.
Yeah. Because in life, things come at us in different angles. Yeah. And to not keep getting hit, well, put the guard up. And you put too many up, which is going to lead me to,
no.
Yeah, how is your spiritual life? So if you got too many walls up, we ain't going physical yet. This your show, but I'm talking right now. I'm just joking. Because you said you have the walls up, and now I want to know how is your spiritual with those walls. How is your spiritual being 1 to 10 with the walls you got up? Could you have them up?
It's probably 6 or 7. Honestly, I start every morning. Read scripture. Probably I ain't gonna read a whole chapter. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I don't think that's.
I'm gonna read a couple of scriptures. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna listen to something spiritual. I'm listening to most likely Joel Osteen, because you know it's something positive, uplifting. I do that. Start off every morning. I thank God for the day, waking me up, starting me on my way, and clear the way, clear the air for the day. I notice when I don't do that, like it don't have to be in a certain order, but if I don't do that before the day, or if I do it too late, the day goes kind of awry. Like it just don't fall in place like that, because I don't set the atmosphere for the day. And yeah, 6 or 7.
With walls.
The walls ain't that bad.
Not in every. It's just real talk, real mean.
Which walls? Because you know, the walls with every person. I don't have just like I have a wall in general.
That's what.
And then there's walls. That's with certain people.
I got that, but if you have encounters with those people after you've done that, and it's building on to what you already got, how can you be a 6 or a 7? Because
let me clear something up. I don't hold grudges.
Okay, no grudge. We ain't talking about grudges. We're talking about a wall.
And what do you define as a wall?
Okay, you just said that you have a wall for every person.
Well, one wall might not have any bricks.
Okay.
One wall might have 1 brick.
Okay.
One wall might be built all the way up. It just depends on who it is, you know. I mean,
so in other words, you just guard your heart
from that person.
Yeah. Okay.
Honestly.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Yeah. For example, I'll put this example. With you, I ain't got no bricks. Like we can talk openly. I might maybe one. It might be 1 brick.
Hey, look, that's the one I shoot around.
It might be one brick. You'll find your way around that brick eventually. With one of my best friends that went to jail, was the best friend at the time. It's full wall. Like, you might shoot me a text, say Merry Christmas or something. I don't wish mine.
That's a grudge. It's not dealt with.
I feel like it.
Let
me explain.
Okay.
Let me explain the nature of that. I feel like the way I'm dealing with it is the way it needs to be dealt with. I don't do anybody like that.
What, dude?
But I think the way my life is set up now,
I mean, you don't have to respond.
I can't let that back in. It's not even about the person. I can't let that back in.
I was just going to say, we love the people still.
Oh, yeah.
Just the actions we don't.
Oh, yeah. Ain't no love lost.
Yeah, the actions is what has been what dismissed you as a person.
Yeah, let me quit lying. It is some love lost.
Yeah, I know. I just want to say, hey,
let me be real.
Hey, look, I knew you was going to go there. I was just saying, the fact that, okay, let's say it like this. The Bible, y'all been watching long enough. You know how I come. That's my base. Even when I was who I was, if you watching and you remember who I was, cool, I got you. I knew better, but I didn't do better. So my point is, what I do now is, the Bible tells us to love your neighbor. But it don't never tell us we got to trust them no more. If I love you, I love you. If you cross me, you cross me. But then I got to step back.
I think that's my wall.
Yeah, I ain't gonna build I was just gonna say, I won't build a wall. But I'm not gonna fool with you. Because if I fool with you, it's playing back in my mind.
I think that's what I'm defining as a wall.
Okay.
Is the trust.
Yeah, the trust. Because once trust broke, bro, it can be replenished.
I feel like that person has to take a sledgehammer and knock the wall down. The trust, like, not saying that they knowingly doing it.
Oh, they know.
But
they know. There's some, I don't know what we talking about. I can have a clue. But the thing is, I'll say it for you. When people wrong, they don't come around. They'll shoot a tease. But when you see them, you still feel some type. Well, something happening in us.
Yeah.
But that's their nature. And the thing is, back to the mental.
I ain't talking about no one particular person.
I'm not. I'm talking about me now. I'm telling you now. Back to my mental. Back to my mental. What this is. When I see you, I really wish I could not think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it really ain't nothing that you just. And most of it ain't what you did to me. It's just the fact that I know you did it to people.
Mm-hmm.
So what makes me so safe? So before I build a wall, I save my bricks. And I just go around. I just go the other way. And I'm at this place now where I love you, but I do not fool with you. I can't.
Mm.
Because if you change,
it'll come back around.
Yeah, if you change, it's you. That'll make you feel like it's you.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time, and a bunch of my stuff is because I won't do what I used to. I lost a bunch of those friends.
That happened.
And it really, at first it bothered me. It hurt me bad.
I'm sure it did.
And it was just like, man, like, I did all this for you. I got your back. I'm loyal. I never tell. I never say this. I never say what we did. But you crossed me. And you don't even know that I know. And you still in my face.
He ain't talking to me, by the way. He pointed at me, but he ain't talking to me.
You still in my face, and you don't. But I still gotta keep living because my Lord, bro.
It's
if you hurt me, I'm still there for you. But I'm not reaching for you. Mm-hmm. And what you have to do is, people, you gotta forgive. You can't really forget, but you can move forward. Mm-hmm. The 3 L's: forgive, forget, and forward. And see, sometimes you're gonna get to forget, and then you have to go back and re-forgive to move forward again. Mm-hmm. And this is a process every time. And see, I'm the type of person, it's the little bitty things that irk me. Big things ain't really, it ain't big things because I ain't will all the time, right here in his head. And you know, daily, I have to ask God to forgive me because of what goes through here. Because, you know, you can be doing nothing. I don't drink, I ain't wilding out, I ain't doing stupid stuff no more. But the fact that it came in a thought, I have to let walls back down from a thought. It's so detrimental what happened that the thought can build a wall back. And I don't even got to see them people. I don't even got to talk to them people. When my phone ring, it's just my phone ringing. What you want? I know you want something. What's going on? But I know it's something because I know you ain't calling to holler at me. So the thing is just like, I know I'm not the only one, people. And it's real talk, real men, but this is, women do too. And you know, y'all hold hard. Ooh, shucks. Hard. It's the same thing for y'all. And you know, when we say real talk, real men, this is a show where men get on here, open up, and we talk about everything, anything, whatever. We talk about it. Women have these conversations.
Yeah, men don't.
We don't. And that's not, this is just 2 of us. Hopefully, because it's not going like we planned it, but the 2 of us can make a difference by 5 people saying this. Mm-hmm. To see like, man, like we really can do this. Like, earlier I was finna cry, bro, but I just had to look away because I'm 31.
I was trying to get you to give me a hug, but you wouldn't do it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that one, I didn't want to break down like that. Because it's just like, let's see, with me, we got so much inside. It seems like we jumping around, but we ain't never talked about it before. And when somebody when one of them will breathe, come out, it's just like what you call those, levees? Ain't they levees?
Mm-hmm. Like dam or
yeah.
Levee.
When it go down, everything come out. And that's just where I'm at because I don't talk about it. And see, well, men, we don't talk. And when you don't talk, you just add.
This right here.
Yeah, you just add to it. And by the time you decide that you add to it, and by the time you want to deal with this issue, you got 8 more on top of it. And now you got to think about all those to get to that one. And you building most of on the outside perimeter because you ain't deal with it right then. Mm-hmm. And down to my father, I forgave him. But it's just like, you a man. Like, what did I do? That's the trick the devil play. Mm-hmm. I ain't do nothing. I'm innocent. The kid's always innocent. The child is innocent. I had nothing to do with it. So what I would say to get off this subject is if you a father or finna be a father or want to be a father, deal with it. Whatever hurt, whatever pain, whatever rejection, because rejection is the big one because you got pushed away. And once you get pushed away once, anything and everybody that feel like they pushing you, you go back farther away, and then when your kid get here, you accidentally having resentment toward them, and it ain't even their fault. And
you so far away from everybody.
Everybody. And okay, yeah, message and another message, and it's just the fact that you have to you have to really open up and let it go and just move on, because your kids need you. I get my healing. You know, God, Warren, helps me heal. But I get my healing from my absence of my father through my kid. I'm 31, 32. If I go play softball or go speak somewhere, you know how good that'll feel to look up at my daddy right there? But hey, only deal with the things you can change. Mm-hmm. I can't change that. I can reach out, but I can't let it hold me back. So that's my point. Don't let nothing hold you back, because the more things hold you back, the deeper you sink, and it's hard to come out the hole. That's a quick way to bring it out, because we don't have too much time, but that would be it on that. So how are you physically?
Physically, on a still scale of 1 to 10.
We passed numbers. we ain't really used those numbers lately.
Physically, not where I would like to be.
Okay.
The plan was at the beginning of the year, I put my workout plan. I was gonna have 3 or 4 days a week working out. I want to bulk up, gain some weight, gain about 8-10 pounds or something. And also working out while I'm gaining weight. And then shred, you know, and rip up and all of that. And it didn't work out that way. The first part happened. I gained the weight, but I didn't work out with it.
Oh, well.
Yeah, so I think some of that probably had to do with my falling out, because the mind crumbled and my body was like weighted down. I had extra weight that I wasn't used to, and I wasn't in shape.
Okay.
So now today I ran with my daughter. We went outside. She's about to train for soccer. She said, we need to go run. And she probably wishes she hadn't asked me now.
Yeah, but once I get that second win.
Oh yeah, it's over. we did little drills outside, running back and forth, and it felt good. It felt good. I was like, man, sheesh. I still got a long way to go. Because when I looked down, I was like, dang, I feel like I get like this.
But you started.
I started it. And got to stay consistent with it. But really for the past week, I've been doing something. Doing some kind of push-ups, sit-ups, some kind of ab work, trying to get this back together, my core and stuff. And then starting to run and all that. And it's starting to feel good. Because I remember when I was working out, I was exercising and praying and meditating, all that. Everything was like, I feel like I had more energy. I rested well. But then when I stopped working out, eating whatever the heck I want to eat, not sleeping good, like sleeping too much, or waking up in the middle of the night, it all crumbles. It all goes down. It all builds on each other. I was talking to my wife about this earlier. I was like, man, what we're eating, she said she wanted to get in a better diet, like start eating, better stuff. And I was like, let's do it. That's a good idea. She was like, for me, I was like, yeah, well, I'm going with you, obviously. we all gonna eat the same stuff. So eating better, exercising, all that is going, and I can't wait to get to the point where I'm not tired of, because I'm used to being in shape. I'm used to being, strong and ripped and stuff, and I ain't been ripped like abs in a minute, bro. It's been a while. That's been a minute.
Like our cousin Latia says, dad bods.
Dad bods, definitely.
That's what you call it.
Definitely dad bods. I don't like the dad bod. I look at it in the mirror, so I do something about it.
Yeah.
If you don't like what you see in the mirror, do something about it. There you go. Don't sit there and complain like, well, I'm gaining too much weight, I'm fat, I'm tired, or something. Stop complaining about it and do something about it. I mean, only you got control over your body. You got control over your actions and your words. It ain't just about the body always. If you're not happy with the stuff that's coming out your mouth or your anger, I know I had that problem too. If you're not happy with your actions or your words or your body, change it. You have the power to change that. Ain't nobody else has control over you but you.
That's it.
You got to take control over your own life. And I took control.
By yourself?
No, not by myself. I'm just saying. Like, I made a conscious decision.
Yeah.
Because I know it wasn't gonna get done like by myself.
Yeah, I know you knew that. I was asking that.
Oh yeah, clarification.
Yeah, out loud.
Yeah, no, I didn't do it by myself.
Okay.
Yeah, ain't nobody getting nowhere by themselves. You do have to isolate yourself from negative stuff from the outside and stuff around you.
No matter where it's coming from.
No matter where it's coming from, it could be in the house. Real talk. A lot of that negative stuff comes in the house. It's either at work, because most men, we just go from work to house, work to house. That's it. Like, on occasion, we'll go work out, we'll go play ball, or we'll go occasions with the guys. I mean, and that's once in a blue moon.
You know, we ain't really talking about nothing, but negative.
I mean, like, man, what happened to you recently? A lot of good stuff. nothing monumental.
Yeah.
But man, we gotta break down the barriers, man. Mental, physical, spiritual. Take control of it. Like, make a conscious decision. Don't worry. As a man, it's not easy to be conscious about that. Because we've been told all our lives that it's not normal for a man to feel or to express his emotions or to be spiritual or, you know, to watch what he eats or whatever. All those three things are important to life. That's why I felt like it was important for this like, cut off the last season. That was awesome. The first season was great, a great start. But this next one, we got to focus on getting everything around us in, like, the man. Mental, physical, spiritual. That needs to happen first before we can do anything else. And I had to read the definition. I looked up the definition. I think it was either health or mental health, defined by the World Health Organization. But it had something to do with being in a good mental, physical state to be able to control yourself and have an impact on your community. To paraphrase. And I'm like, dang, the World Health Organization is defining that like that, and you don't even think about it like that. Right. You think about it, just you and your community. Could be your house, it could be your city, it could be your state, whatever your community is. That's what we're here for, not for ourselves. But we can't do that without getting ourselves on board first.
Right. One last thing. It's really more of these three questions, the breakdowns. I saw that on I Am Athlete. I just twisted them up a little bit. Mm-hmm. But those guys got millions of dollars. And it's cool to watch them. Mm-hmm. So I was like, when he came to me, I was like, I want you to do this and I need to come out my shell. And I was like, well, should we regular? We ain't got $1 million, but how many regular? Yeah, that's it. How many regular people could we reach? Just by doing this. Mm-hmm. And then he said something about us men. This is what I want y'all to. I mean, women, I love you guys, but this right here is for the men. He has 2 twins. He had a set of twins. Well, no, gotta be 2 twins. That's it. But he got a set of twins. A girl and a boy. The girl falls. He caught himself. Oh, get up, Ziggy. You're gonna be okay. Daddy gonna be here. And then the other is 2 C's. I don't know the second name. The other boy fall. Hey, you gotta get up, bro. You gotta be tough. You gotta move. You gotta come on now, because it's gonna stop you. Those guys 40 plus just now getting how we were raised. As in, we gotta keep moving. You fall down, get back up. You don't got time. Dude, take the time. This is for the grown men right now that got kids, and even for you. When somebody fall down, take your time and feel what they feel like down there. See what's around while you down. See if you can help somebody else while you down, because if you can't see the problem, you're going to be telling your son like I did last week when he fell, oh, get up, bro. You'll be all right. And then I saw his mama, come here, you want me to kiss it? I'm like, why you doing that to him? And I caught myself doing exactly
the stigma.
What the stigma's supposed to be and why.
Man, it gotta be hard.
I've been like this. And now when he fall, now, go ahead and cry. Let them tears fall. I know it hurt, but I promise you, after a while, that pain gonna subside, and you're gonna go right back to play. You want me to hug you? It was weird. You want me to kiss it?
Yeah. We
don't have that, man. Like I was thinking Sunday when talking to my mama, them, like when I got like 9th grade, I stopped getting hugs. My mom every morning, I love you, cover you in the blood every morning.
Because you're too big for that. You're a man, huh?
Yeah, but guess who shied away from it? Her being a mother, single mother, trying to raise a man, born to a man. I guess she saw where I wasn't really feeling that no more. I mean, she would do it, but it just went 1 to 15. After that, so my mama wouldn't get up with me no more to go to school. So who was talking to me? My other homeboy friends and their influences and their wrong goddesses and all that, because I ain't have no man to teach me that. So my point is, it's okay to give your son that motherly, father, firm compassion. And you can let somebody do it to you, because you're never too old, because that love, that compassion, and that love goes down to the wounds that you got, that you put a little, what they call it, a little triple antibiotic on it. But if you keep on running and keep on not dealing, it's going to keep splitting open. And it ain't going to never heal. So I want to tell my brothers, this is to my brothers, I love you. I don't want anything from you. This ain't a weird type of love. This ain't nothing. This is real, genuine, heart to heart. I feel your pain. I might not know what you're going through, but this is something I heard my mother say one sermon. Your problem might not be my problem, but my problem feels just like yours. And if I can help you in any way, or you need me, my door open. Man to man. Like when I say open, I'm serious. Inbox me. Facebook, call me. I might not have an answer, but I promise you, I can find it. We didn't have that. I didn't have that growing up. I had my mother and my grandmother. That's what I heard. I had Brother Taylor, but I didn't really want to come around him, but I just want him to work. When he wanted to teach me and talk to me, I didn't want to hear all that. I didn't want to hear no man tell me nothing. I don't want to hear that. I'm a man, I don't need no man to tell me that.
I ain't had no daddy this whole time. Why I need one now?
Yeah. But everything he tried to teach me, I heard it when I got older. And I appreciated him for being there. So y'all need to appreciate the men that's not your fathers, that's trying to make, they ain't your daddy. We got that. And if any man This is for grown men, children, whoever said it. Woman, this is for everybody. If any man is stepping up to be a stepdad for you, embrace them. Don't be Jody brothers. Don't be Jody. Melvin might really love you. Melvin might not have no hidden agenda. Melvin was a good dude. So my point is, allow yourself to be loved. Now, don't be a fool and be tricked about anything now. But open your heart to be loved. And I love you too, dog.
You too, bro.
And I appreciate you. I appreciate everything you do for me. The weird calls, like, yo, what you doing, bro? Where you at?
Where you at?
I needed it because it made me laugh at that moment because I was having one of those moments. And I appreciate you. If I call, if you can't come, you're going to be 100 up front. I can't do this. And when I really need you, you're never shy and always there. And I appreciate it. I say I didn't have nobody, no man, but I did have me. I had you. You taught me a lot. You was big dog. I'm just big girl now, but you was big dog. And, you ain't never treat me no type of spit. You ain't never do nothing outside the way to me. You always treat me like your brother. And I appreciate it. Yeah.
In a funny sort of way, I kind of look up to you now. Because you have taken steps, not just spirituality part, but you have taken steps in your life that I've seen you grow in leaps and bounds just in the last few years. And I look up to you because the strength that you have to do everything you do every day and stay steadfast, you stand on that. Like, you live that. That ain't something that you wear on the shirt.
It ain't easy.
You live it, though. And just by people looking at you, that brings hope into their lives. They can do it too. Especially the people that saw you back then, that really know that they see that skinny Quail on them pictures. A lot of people don't know Lil Quail turned into Lil Fat Quail, to Lil Skinny Quail, to Big Steady. Big Steady. A lot of people don't know that. And the people that did see that, there's some did as well. He ain't really this and he ain't really that. And there's some that be like, dang, he really did come a long way. And I appreciate that in you. And it took a lot for me because I was insecure myself. And I had to identify that because I was looking for a host and I was looking, different people. And that's where the trust factor came up, the issue. Because I felt like the people weren't going to do what I expected them to do. Because I wanted to hold this show to a high standard because I knew it was important. I knew this show was important for men. I was like, the women have these outlets and they got this stuff that they can do, and it's not so easy for men to sit down and talk like this. Or even just listen to somebody else talk like this. It's not easy. You can't find everything like that. You find somebody talking about sports, find somebody talking about women, or, degradingly. You go to the music videos, the rap. I mean, they need a positive outlet. And when it just kind of came up, I was like, ask him. It came up to me, ask him. And I had to swallow my own pride because I was like, he got his own platform. He ain't gonna want to do that with me. He might outshine me. I had to swallow that. But little did I know that I needed you to help push me because it was days where I didn't feel like doing this show. And sometimes it didn't get done, but I realize now you gotta stay consistent. That's another thing that men are falling short on is consistency. When you're doing something, you gotta keep doing it. Like your kids, like the bus. The bus come at X amount of time. Like today, my daughter's bus came a few minutes late. Normally that thing show up at 2:49, 2:50, not a minute later. That thing showed up about 2:55, 2:56. I was like, man, what is going on? Well, they ain't here. Because he's been consistent for so long. And he showed up a few minutes late. And it got me worried. We got to stay consistent. I missed a few shows. Got to stay consistent with it. Because these men need something. I had somebody, when I was going through my own stuff, Dude came up to me in the store. I had more than one person during that weekend. That weekend that I took to myself. It was like, man, I really appreciate what you're doing on Facebook, on the show, and all that. And I was like, dang, I never really think about. And then you do have an impact. You want to have that impact, but it don't really hit you until somebody tell you.
It's not the impact that we want to see.
Yeah, we see the likes. We think that's the impact. Likes and shares, but that ain't the real. The real impact is like, man, I really saw that. That changed my life.
One person.
That saved me for a day. That let me go through, let me get started. That he said, man, that helps me get started in the morning sometime. And I was like, dang, that hit me. It didn't want no. And then after that, a little exchange, he went to go, he was short on change. I paid for that man drink. He ain't had nothing but a little soda at the store. $1. I said, let me pay for that man drink. He came back and it was paid for. I was gone. I said, man, the type of influences and impacts we can have on people's lives, that's what this is about. Yeah. That's what it's about. And I gotta put all that stuff out the way. I can still try to be politically correct, and you know, I ain't never been the type of person to talk crazy anyway. But stuff need to be said, man. Yeah. There's some stuff out there that needs to be said. If people get mad, so what, man?
Well, most of the time when people are mad, once again, it's because they're confronted with the truth they got to deal with. And if you don't confront that there's a problem, you can never change.
That's right. I think that's a good stopping point.
Yeah, I was done.
Yeah, I had something in there. But
what was it?
No, I said what I had to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we appreciate y'all tuning in. And hope this touches somebody. It's a different angle. We ain't in church. We ain't at the club. We just right here in the living room. In your living room, in your car. You might be in your bed watching your phone. In your bathroom. But the fact that you know that we really care. Take out our time of the day to be transparent.
Yeah.
To show that you're not by yourself.
You're not alone.
And you can do it.
You got this.
Real talk with real men just got real. And that's it.
Just got real.